Action. All right, today we're with Brad Leone. I did this earlier, I've been practicing. The one, the only, Brad Leone. Insert graphic. That would be cool. All right. Today, we're making mustard roasted pork shoulder. This is my favorite recipe out of Brad Leone's book. This book is amazing. There's lots of like good pickling recipes, fermenting recipes, because you know, it's alive. That's Brad Leone's vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what we're doing? We're doing more roasted things, dude. More roasted items because it's, I don't know if you guys are catching the theme here so far. It's cold outside and we want roasted meats, braised things, you know, stuff to warm you up. And your little tummy go, ooh, warm, I'm so warm. But this recipe is gonna be perfect for that today. Cold winter day, little mustard roasted pork shoulder. Sure, why not? Fuck you guys. One beautiful pork shoulder, rainbow Swiss chard, little sweetie babies, Dijon mustard, one spicy chili, one garlic bulb, mirin, extra virgin olive oil, assorted peppercorns, shoyu. We preheated our oven to 250. Just get right to it. Just go, I'm gonna preheat the oven before you even start messing with anything. Just preheat the oven because when you forget, it's a bitch, and you go, fuck, I just did all this shit, and now the fucking oven's got to preheat. You don't want that. You don't want that. Now we're going to start making the marinade sequence. Get a nice little bowl. Mustard. First, we're going to start with our mustard. We're going to dump it in. This is half a cup of mustard. 2 tablespoons of our shoyu. Dump. 2 tablespoons of mirin. Put that aside. Now we're going to get out a little mortar and pestle because we're going to get to grinding. We need 2 tablespoons of our pepper mix, which is basically just a whole peppercorn mix. And this would be a lot easier if you just use a spice grinder, but we're just going to do it by hand. Next is chili. We're probably only going to add half of this chili because it's super hot. These are fresh from friend's garden. Does that sound good? Alright, now we're all mixed up. This looks real good actually. We just like eat a little spoon of that? Probably not, but now we're gonna rub this little bitch. We're gonna rub this little hoe. This little pork shoulder hoe. We're gonna rub it. Oh, let me mention it now. It calls for a 24-hour dry brine. So you would salt it all over the pork and then let it sit out, like uncovered in your fridge for 24 hours. But we didn't do that. We did a wet brine and we did a 9% brine for 40 minutes. And that'll still get, I think, the higher percentage of a wet brine will still kind of act sort of like the 24-hour dry brine, but anyways, that's what we did. Now we're gonna rub. Could paint this on there with a brush, but we're just gonna use our hands. Oh, all right. Now we'll let that hang out for about 30 minutes. Then we'll chop up some of these veggies, put it in a Dutch oven, let it bake, man. That's it. Cup of that Joe being a Q-zone. Look at that bitch, though. Oh my God. Like 4 hours from now, we're gonna be like this. Sweetie beady potatoes. Sweetie beady potatoes. Recipe calls for 6 small ones. Small baby sweets. Skin on. Make sure you have a sharp knife because these things are hard. I'm just gonna kind of cut these up all nice and weird. I don't know, sort of like obliques, but like wedges. Just some funky stuff, dude. We're just doing some funky stuff. We're gonna use all the garlic cloves in this garlic bulb. Smash. Quarter cup of olive oil into your Dutch oven with your sweet potatoes and your garlic. And then we're going to season this base layer with just a little bit of salt. A little kosher salt. We're just going to place it right on top of the veggies. Now that our pork's all nice and nestled up in there, we're going to throw it into our oven. It's at 250. We preheated it earlier. Remember that. Throw it right into the middle, uncovered, and we'll check it in 2 hours. Just 2 hours. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play with your knife. Alright, so it's been 2 hours. Just gave her a nice little check. She's looking nice, but you can't look, don't look. We're just gonna increase the temp to 300. Once it gets up to 300, we're gonna let it go for 1 more hour, and then we're gonna crank it up to 450, get a nice little crust on there, and then we're ready. It's been another hour on 300. Give it a test. Oh yeah. Oh, she's ready to go. Now we're using a cake tester too because I don't have a thermometer on me. I forgot it at work, dude. So, all right, now we're cranking the heat. Crank it up in here, 450 for about 8 minutes. While that's on 450 for 8 minutes, we're gonna cut up our Swiss chard. Now the recipe calls for mustard greens, but when I was at the store, I saw these lovely Swiss chards, and I was like, that'll work nice. So basically what we're gonna do to cut them up, just roll them up. Just gonna do like one big large chiffonade. One big chiffonade. So you're gonna take a bunch of leaves, stack them on top of each other, roll it up like so. And then inch thick rounds. Put our nice little washed greens into our spin. This thing has a brake. Just in case you want to slow down, you don't need to be going so fast all the time. Look at all that juice. Mmm. Ew. That's good for you. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth, people. This baby. Oh, it smells crazy. Oh, yeah, buddy. Something like that. Call that a Sunday roast. What we're going to do with the greens now, we're just going to drape it over it. Fill all the nooks and crannies. And what these are going to do is they're going to wilt. We're going to cover it up, and these are just going to wilt. And then we're going to mix it with all the juices from the pork and combine it all up. It's going to be nice. We're just going to all wilt. Lid. Bye-bye. We let it... Ow! Fuck! Woo! That shit's hot, boy. Let it hang out for like 15 minutes, and then we'll come back. Plate it up. Let's uncover this little girl. Hey, sweetie, what are you doing, sweetie? All right, you see the Swiss chard is starting to wilt. So now we're gonna take this big boy out. Let him hang out over here. Look, everybody's having a good time now. Holy shit! This got all the pork juices in it too. Alright, guys. Here's mustard roasted pork shoulder. Shout out Brad Leone again. This is a great recipe. I enjoy cooking it. I hope you guys enjoy cooking it too. Another episode of the Cookbook Series. Done. Let's cut into this thing and see how it tastes, huh? Oh my god. Ooh, baby. This will put you in the Q zone. Nice cup of Joe. Put you right in the Q zone, Joe. Hey, Joe, you in the Q zone, Joe?